Action. Alright. Anyhow. So, I was going to go a little more into, like, the demon spirits of narcissism, or whatever the fuck I was talking about this morning. And, well, so one thing I definitely wanted to do briefly is like, I don't want to come across as though I'm minimizing other people's experience with narcissism. Because, like, you know, like, I'm did these couple videos just like kind of touching on the subject of narcissism this morning. And like I said, I really like that woman's approach in her argument where she presents narcissism as like demon possession, and if you listen to her, she makes a lot of good points and stuff. And so then when I'm relating that with my experience, I notice myself saying, well, dude, this is what happened to me, fire and murders and death threats and arson and like la la la, all in 2 weeks, kind of like, that is not me trying to like minimize someone else's experience with narcissism. And I think it can come across that way. I think what it is, why I find myself emphasizing that, is because just the urgency of this, of my particular situation, and I guess I kind of, to justify, like, why would I fucking be tripping on this so bad, But, I mean, what happened to me really is like very fucking completely insane. Like, it is unbelievable. But that's not to say that like, I mean, mine is just one experience of many, and just because mine might have fire and murder and, or whatever, like all this crazy shit, that doesn't mean that someone's experience who is different than mine, that theirs is lesser than mine, I think encountering a narcissist, having a close encounter with a narcissist, the pain is relative. Like, a close encounter with a narcissist is a close encounter with a narcissist, When the pain, when a fucking narcissist unveils the mask, it hurts no matter what. It doesn't matter if part of unveiling the mask has to do with, arson or it's just the unveiling itself is fucking just pain. It's just nothing but pain. And like, and I kind of point out how me and her were basically, we were married on everything but on paper. We were married, and it was really an experience that is, so whatever. But one of my main points of this is to say that I don't mean to come across as though I'm minimizing another person's experience with a close encounter with a narcissist. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, it fucking hurts, dude. And the damage, the damage is like, I think it's irreparable, That's why I also like to reference that Malachi guy who's done exorcisms And he says that every time he does an exorcism, it takes a piece of him. Like he leaves that exorcism less of a man than he was before, which is why he won't do exorcisms unless he's called to. Or that's why he did. He made it a firm like rule because he encountered demon possessed people all the time. But when he would encounter him, he would just fucking disappear. He would there's no point in engaging with them at all. And that was one of the main reasons, is because every time he engaged with a demon possessed person in his career as an exorcist, he left a lesser person. Like it took a piece of him. And this is what happened with this situation that happened to me 2 years ago. You know? And that's another thing I wanted to get into in this video is ever since that happened, like I've experienced nothing but disappointment. I mean, not nothing, but like the theme since 2022 and here we are in 2025 has been just persistent disappointment in people. Like people are a lot more like friends and even close friends and family and people like this, they're just have become a disappointment. And that event that happened to me with this psycho really exposed it. It exposed who of the people that I'm close to are who's who. And really, like, it really whittled things down much more. Whereas I might have had a group of people this big, and when that happened, now it's like this. It like really diminished. It diminished things on a lot of different levels for me. I mean, but really, and I attribute a lot of this to COVID. I mean, actually, like all of it, like everything COVID, like the injections, the everything about it, everything, the lockdowns, the injections, the masks, everything. Like ever since all this started with lockdowns, masks, injections, all this stuff, tests, everything, like it is just the damage that all of that shit caused. I think what it did is that all that stuff with lockdowns and injections and everything, it really showed who is who, like who people truly, truly are. And it really like narrowed the fucking road, man. Like there's just very, very few people left. There really are. There's just very few left, man. This is just my opinion, but I'm telling you, man, like ever since pretty much COVID, like everything has just been a nonstop disappointment, you know. And it's mostly people. People have just been a constant nonstop disappointment and have shown themselves over and over again. And you know, and it's really sad, dude. I just think that there's a lot of people that are just, since COVID they've found themselves mostly alone, outside of maybe one or two people, and everyone else is just kind of like whatever, dude. And I hear this, people reporting this in videos a little bit here and there. But if I were to really just like to draw as much as I can on my own experience since COVID, dude, it has just been nothing but pure just disappointment upon disappointment upon disappointment. And it's mostly people. It's just people are just a constant nonstop disappointment. And they just disappoint on every level. And I think COVID really brought all this about. Like it not only did it bring it about, it accentuated it, where it's all become a lot more clear since COVID, since 2019, and like really 2020, and then it started escalating in 2020. And then for me, that thing in 2022 was like knocked me on my ass. Like I barely survived it. I barely escaped by the skin of my fucking teeth. And ever since 2022, it has just been nonstop disappointment. Like people it surprised me, where people that I thought were legit just completely failed, just complete failure, And people are fallible, and we're all fallible, I just think that all this COVID shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know how to explain it. But there's a term called dark empathy. That kind of explains people. Like nobody cares, And again, the few people that I see do channels like everyday people. For example, Gypsy Fox. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm gonna have to see if he's doing all right. Like Gypsy Fox reports this a lot, and as much as I may come across as a cynic, I think I'm overly optimistic. I'm more of an optimist than people really realize. That's where the disappointment comes in, which is what builds my cynicism. You just get tired of being let down after a while. You're just like, everybody's full of shit, That's the safest bet is, I mean, not like everybody's a liar and blah, 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 but just like people are just full of shit, and we all are, man. Yeah, it's been a constant disappointment, and I don't know what to make of it, but I notice it a lot over the years. I would think that I would have bounced back from this a lot more effectively than I have. And maybe a lot of it has to do with the fact that a lot of people are going through what I'm going through, which is why people in general are just not available. They're just not available because everybody is shit has really just been hitting the fan for the general population since 2022, around the time shit hit the fan for me. And it seems to be, when I talk to everyday people that are, willing to talk about COVID and injections and stuff instead of just go along with all the bullshit fucking retardation without calling it out. Most, people in general have always been that way. They'll never call the bullshit. But then in circles, I had circles of friends that used to call shit out, and now they're not doing it anymore. And I think it's because we're all getting beat down, bro. And as much as I'm against doomsaying and stuff, I think there is a lot of truth to some of the doomsaying. That, like, things like this country is going to, abort itself, And pretty good chance in my lifetime, I'm going to witness this country complete its abortion process. And we're basically going to see, like, we're going to see the brick wall at the back of the building in my lifetime, where they're just going to push the tables and chairs to the side, pull open the curtains, and the fucking brick wall is going to be right there in everybody's face, where nobody can bullshit anymore. It's just going to be the brick wall right there. Bam. And nobody's going to, nobody's going to be trying to paint it as some, rainbow butterfly unicorn fart experience, because the brick wall says it all. The writing is on the wall. That's I think in my lifetime, that is what's what's going to happen. And especially when I look at from 2022 until now, nothing has gotten better. Like, society continues to deteriorate. People just continue to like consistently suck more and more every fucking day. And, on top of, you see all the fucking destruction, fires, and fucking just like everything. Like, I think it's a done deal, bro. I think that some of these doomsayers are fairly accurate in a lot of their assessment, that we're really hitting a point where it's irreparable. Like, the irreparable damage from all this fucking, from 2019 and the lockdowns and the masks and then all this insanity, like, the fiery, mostly peaceful but fiery protest. Like, this is not, when is any of this gonna go away? It's not. Like, the shit that I have to deal with at my job, you can tell these people, like, there's people that just, they're fucking brain dead. They still think that this is all normal. That it was a mostly peaceful protest, that the injections are safe and effective, that, all these people, dude, like, it's fucking retarded. So anyways, even though that parable is, yes, in the hour of despair, or in the hour of darkness, be not in despair. True. Nonetheless, the hour of darkness is like steadily approaching, dude. Make no mistake about that. Like, the hour of darkness is still not upon us and is coming. And I can see it. That's why I fled California in 2016. I saw what was going to happen in California. Well, if my general kind of like pulse is accurate, like it seemed to have been in 2016, I'm telling you that this is not going away. These people are right. In the technical sense, they may be wrong, like in the specifics, but in a general sense, this shit is not going away, dude. The hour of darkness is fucking coming. That's for fucking sure. It just sucks, you think, when are you going to get a break? When am I going to get a break? I mean, is it really true that times are gone for honest men? Is it really true? Depends on who you ask. If you ask a liar, they're going to, oh no, we're living, things are going to get better. Yes, but if you ask an honest man, is it true that times are gone for honest men? I bet you 9 out of 10 times an honest man will say, yep, that's true. But when you're surrounded by fucking nothing but liars everywhere, yeah, all you're going to get's a bunch of bullshit, Yeah, no, yes. In the hour of darkness, be not in despair. But make no mistake, the hour is fucking coming, dude. That's for sure.